Right, so I'm back with Mercy.
Hi.
Mercy, how have you been since the last time we spoke?
Um, I've been doing okay. I mean, I've been trying to, stay strong, try to keep my head up. It's better to do that way than, just to be sad and moping around. You don't get anywhere doing any of that. And I've been going through a lot lately. I mean, me and Sabas recently broke up not too long ago, and I don't know. It's kind of messed up to talk about it because you don't want to talk about it. You don't even want to think about it sometimes. Sometimes it's hard to even want to say anything about it because you start to feel like a lump in your throat,
Yeah.
and it makes you feel like your eyes are just gonna start filling with tears and without even blinking just start falling. It's just I don't know. It's kind of feeling more in here than in here.
How long were you guys together, you and Slump?
Almost 4 years.
4 years? That's a long time.
Yeah, it sucks getting used to somebody and then just in a second them just turning their back on you and just leaving like if it's nothing. In reality, when you've had so many other opportunities to do the same thing, but never really, had not more or less the courage, but the heart to do it to that person. I don't know. I guess more or less that was the thing that hurt the most to me. But besides that, I mean, my mom recently started staying out in the streets with me because of my dad. Leaving her. She smokes all the time. It just says she don't have to feel. It sucks because I kind of feel her, so I can't really give her shit for it. All I can do is be there for her. That's all I've been trying to do. Lately I've been supporting both of us. Our habits, making sure we eat. Making sure we shower. I had a friend that rented a room for us, and we were there for a couple weeks. And she liked it a lot. She got to relax. We got to eat. We had money and everything. Our habits were supported. But other than that, I mean, it's kind of hard because I can't really look for a job or nothing. Having a warrant, I have a felony warrant.
Yeah.
Because like I said, I had got caught with 50 pills inside a Jack in the Box, and I didn't go to court. And that was because Sabas, when I had got out of jail, he was here, which was a surprise because the whole week before that, I had begged him to come just to keep me company, not even to do anything, just to keep me company. And he would say no every time. But the one night that I go to jail, I come out and I hear that he was happy, he was running around the neighborhood with everybody, And I had a friend, she's a girl, and I guess she was hanging out with him all night that night. And he's like, "Oh, babe, I tested her for you." I the f you mean? Some hoe ass, you know?
Yeah.
Who says stuff like that? I in my head I was like, how would you feel if you were to get out of jail any of the times you got out of jail, and me have told you, "Oh, I tested your homie. He's good."
Yeah.
What was I supposed to think? And what was crazy was that 2 days after that, we broke up. So in my head, I was kind of like, yeah, that's probably what went
So,
down.
what was the breakup over?
Supposedly, it was over me not wanting to get clean, but yet, when he got out, he was already smoking weed, even though he didn't know whether or not he was allowed to. He started smoking G again. But you're complaining about me being sober and that being the reason why you don't want to be with me. But that makes no sense if you're going back to doing drugs but telling everybody else you're clean. Makes no sense at all. So that was his excuse, as opposed to the real reason why why we broke up, why he dumped me.
Yeah.
Last I remember, he was walking away with a friend of both of ours, but he never really talked to this friend, he was just like an acquaintance that we both knew because of the drugs. He was walking away from me with a phone that I had in my name that he had every single day since the day I got it. Lord knows what he was doing on it, I didn't. And everything that he was doing, he erased, which made it more suspicious, he was walking away from me down the street, and I'm talking to him, and he's acting like I ain't shit, he just keeps walking and ignoring me, so I was like, fuck you, I'm done, I was like, give me my phone, and he fucking threw it on the floor, and I picked it up, I just kept walking away. That was last I remember, so I dumped him,
Yeah.
I don't know, I just think it's kind of funny how he's trying to make everybody, see me as, like some kind of a bad, addict or some shit. Like if I don't know how to, take care of myself, or like if I'm spun, like if I don't have like any common knowledge, or it's just, I don't know, it's stressful. I tend to not want to think about it, because there's a lot of mixed emotions, and I don't know how to feel, at all.
Do you still miss them?
I mean, yeah. I mean, it sucks because you spend so much time with somebody after being alone by yourself for so long before, you get used to having that person with you, all the time. And it sucks when they're not there because, when you wake up in the morning, it's like a basic routine. And for us, our favorite part of the day, was going to sleep because we got to sit there and we got to hold each other, Me and him, we couldn't sleep unless both of our faces were touching, like literally, like cheek to cheek.
Was he your emotional support out here?
I guess you can say that, yeah. Emotional, mental. But in a way, I guess we were both each other's, emotional support, because he had a lot of shit that he had to get out, which he never really got to get out before, I came, and I would let him vent to me, and that would be around the times when we were hustling, and he couldn't hustle right, I would have him sit down, and vent to me, tell me what's wrong, how he feels, and, shit like that. And after that, he would cry, he'd scream and flip out and everything, after that, he would feel so much better. And I'd feel good, just being the one to help him feel that way.
Yeah.
I don't know. You have somebody like with you, like day in and day out, for almost 4 years, it kind of sucks not having them around because you feel like, like you got a new coloring book, and you colored every single page, and you stayed inside the lines on every single page and didn't mess up not once, and everything came out exactly the way that you wanted it. Some of the colors could have been, in a better place, but in a way, you kind of like the way it all, ended, how it all played out, how it was all laid out on its own. But like at the end, it was like, somebody just took that coloring book of mine and, like kept it and, just put a new one right there, and I'm looking through all the pages and there's no color, and, it doesn't make sense because I know that there was color there before,
So what's the deal right now? Like, do you have somebody else now?
No, I'd rather stay by myself, like I know that in his mind he might think that I do, because I'm not, trying to get him back, but I'm not gonna, chase after somebody that doesn't want to be caught.
Yeah.
And why am I gonna chase after somebody that doesn't want to be caught? And even if I do catch them, it's not gonna make any difference. It's still gonna be the same.
So a lot of the questions on my comment section, a lot of people always ask, what happened to her pregnancy? Like,
yeah.
Were you pregnant at a time?
Yeah, I was actually, but me and Sabas, we would do nothing but fight, and a lot of stress, and we would actually like physically fight,
Yeah.
like, and one day like I just started bleeding when I went to use the restroom, and like we both started flipping out, and I ended up having to go to the hospital, and then I passed out, and like that's like the last I remember. But it was like all
Sorry to
bad.
hear that. So are you trying to get clean right now or not?
I mean, me right now, I've been slowing down a lot more because I have my mom, to take care of. So, like,
Yeah.
if anything, she always comes before I do, like, if I get a pill in the morning and she's sick, if I'm sick, I end up just being sick, and then just keep on trying to, like, find a way to, like, get more for later on in the day because I know she's going to end up wanting more. She's not going to do anything for him, so she just sits there basically and smokes for free all day. I mean, I don't know. I just rather, her smoke, than having to see her sick, because I can't really knock her for shit that I do.
Were you telling me that your mom was disabled?
My mom, yeah, she actually has a cyst on her sciatic nerve.
Yeah.
And when it pinches, like, her whole brain just goes like she, like, her brain loses function. Like, she can't stand, she can't, like, barely even talk sometimes. It's kind of messed up. But, like, her cyst is like basically her doctor told her if all your nerves were all put together like a rubber band ball, kind of like that.
Oh, okay. Does she get any help? Any type of government assistance? Any disability?
Yeah, she does. But I mean, like, lately, I mean, I feel like she's been doing better, you know, with like her moving around more instead of being stuck in the house all day, you know, like and just sitting there and letting it get worse. She's actually, you know, like moving around. I have her like walking with me a lot, you know, like I try to get her to, you know, like kind of like exercise in a way.
Yeah.
And like, I don't know, like for me, I mean, like, I don't know, I just try to take care of my mom as much as I can.
That's good, man. You're a good daughter.
I mean, like, my dad left her, and, you know, like, my 2 younger sisters left her, you know, like, and my older sister that did stay for her treated her like shit, you know, so, I mean, like, basically all she really, like, has. And I know how that feels for everybody to just leave you out on your own, you know, and shit sucks. And I wouldn't want my mom to go through that because I know that she gets really depressed to the point where she'd want to hurt herself, and she wouldn't care.
Mercy, has any one of my subscribers came out here?
I mean, yeah, actually, there is one, you know, like, he would come, he still comes, you know, on a daily basis, you know, like, he'll come and he'll kick it with me and my mom, you know, he'd take us out to eat, you know, like, he brings me, like, hygiene kits and, you know, stuff like that. He comes and checks up on us almost like, every day. And it's cool because, like, he'll spend, like, all day with us when, like, his original plan was just to come, drop in, you know, and then leave. Like, him and my mom, they get along really well.
That's good. So I opened up a P.O. box, and I'm going to have my subscribers send me stuff.
Oh, yeah, the subscriber's name is Lucky. Lucky. Yeah. He drives around in a silver car.
Shout out to Lucky in the silver car. So I put a P.O. box, and I'm going to have my subscribers send in stuff like hygiene, clothes, and stuff like that. But what kind of stuff do people out here on the streets need so they could send it in?
Well, I mean, there's hygiene, there's blankets now because it's starting to get colder, like sleeping bags, you know, like sleeping bags are way better, you know, because like the ants and shit can't get in, you know.
Yeah.
Anywhere you lay, there's going to be ants, you know. Like,
yeah.
Doesn't matter where. You could be on the cement, there's still going to be ants. But like that, there's, you know, snacks, like food, because like it's hard for me to, you know, get pills enough as it is for her, you know, like, and sometimes it's hard to get food too for both of us. You know, sometimes I'll go hungry, you know, just so that she'll be able to eat.
Like what kind of foods, like canned foods or?
Well, I mean, like me, I'll eat cold raviolis out the can, but that's just because when I was a kid, you know, like when my mom and them wouldn't cook, you know, when she was bad on drugs, like really, really bad, she wouldn't cook or nothing. She had like a bike lock on the fridge, you know, like shit like that. We'd get yelled at for taking specific things out of the kitchen because she had something planned for it, you know, and even though she wouldn't do it.
Yeah.
You know, but like, you know, like, yeah, stuff like that. Yeah.
Where do you see yourself in 5 months, Mercy?
5 months, hopefully, in and out of jail, you know, clean, and, you know, hopefully getting a job.
Hopefully clean minus the jail part.
I mean, if I got to do it sometime if I want to get a job.
Yeah.
Got to go through it.
Have you had any job offers?
Not really. I mean, like, there's my friends, you know, like people that I know, but yes, they have me go over sometimes, you know, like if their yards are dirty, you know, because I'm like, I like to clean, you know, like I clean, like the back over there was trash right before you showed up. You see how clean it was? I mean,
yeah, it was pretty clean. That's good. Good job. What kind of work have you done in the past?
In the past, I mean, I used to stay at my aunt's house, you know, like I used to, you know, cook for her when I would stay over there, you know. I'd stay over there for like a whole week, and I would clean her house, you know, I'd wash her dishes, I'd sweep them off the floor, I'd dust off everything. I would clean her backyard, I'd clean her front yard, I'd pull weeds, you know, like that, you know, like.
So you've done caretaking?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, I used to work at Burger King before I got pregnant on 40th Street and Broadway. I was supposed to just do, the front register, and I ended up doing everything. I was a good employee. I went in on my days off, my birthday, holidays, all that shit. I'd stay after hours, I'd come in early. And then, before that, too, I was working at Jaguars.
Okay.
But I mean, that's kind of a profession, I guess, kind of not.
Yeah, well, work is work, you know what I mean? I know people have different opinions on what they call work, but we all have to make a living somehow.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, and when I was hustling with Sabas, we would detail cars,
That's good.
Yeah.
So, just in case one of my subscribers wants to reach out to you and they want to give out a donation, do you have anything like a Cash App, a Gmail, a Facebook, an Instagram, anywhere where they can contact you?
To be honest, I really don't, but that's just because I don't have a phone anymore. Sabas pretty much broke my last one, and it's kind of hard to get another one. I had another one, but the guy that had gave it to me, he had took it back instantly because he had got butthurt over something, which was absolutely ridiculous, man. I mean, it was childish, So I mean, I didn't even say nothing. I just gave it back to him. I just left.
Yeah.
But I'm always right here on 43rd and Thomas. If the cops aren't chasing me or looking for me too hard,
Yeah.
I'm here unless I'm trying to hide in the back ways and anything like that. I gotta try to stay out here as long as I can just to make sure that my mom's okay before I do go in.
Okay.
Or at least make sure that she's in a stable place, or at least try to find her somewhere that she'll feel comfortable.
All right, Mercy, thank you for this update. I really do appreciate it. And are you okay with me using it on my YouTube channel?
Of course.